Hi class, this is some video feedback for you. I'm going to just jump right in and look at these as a first-time site visitor, even if I've looked at them, and I'm going to make points that you'll want to take notes on for yours so that you can make those changes, all right? And I may be asking for a bulleted list on your revision. All right, let's just jump right in. Nice, let's make sure we don't crop logos, really important to clients. All the pages are here, and let's see, are we linked up? We want to link up to the client social media. This probably needs to have a little higher contrast down here, but let's see if your buttons are working. Yes, okay. So make sure you go through the whole video. I might not repeat myself on some things, and you'll want to note if you've done those things or not that I've mentioned already. Nice, good, you edited to just what you needed. And good. Contrast could be a little better, but not bad, not bad. The colors match, and that's really great. That's important. Make sure that we're centering our content. Good, everything is there. And we need, let's get into the content quicker. We don't need this here because that's why we have it in our header. So let's not put that there. Let's do this. If this is a link and it's not, let's not underline things because it feels like it's a link to something, all right? So let's do that. Make sure you take those out, but good job with that. All right. And then the contact page has everything that it needs. All right, nice work. Not a lot of edits on this one. Good job. Let's move to the next. Okay, we want to be able to read this. Let's not change the logo. Not sure. You need to go in and size it. Maybe select and put it under crop and open it if it's doing that. Delete these. The login and the shopping cart, delete that. This image, that one before, I think was upside down. So I'm not going to wait for it to move over like that. Let's make sure we link up. Good job with your footer. And these, I'll check to see if those are working. We do need navigation up here for sure. Okay. Yeah, that one's upside down. Okay, you can just go under the Add Elements on the left panel in Wix, and you can add a menu. Okay, get a horizontal menu up here. Okay, so little pictures would be good here, but you have the content. Main thing is I don't have navigation. That's a problem. So I can't go to the other items. I can't find locations. I can go back to the home page. And okay, this content has to be included. All of that has to be added. All right. And you want to use the social links as opposed to that, but that's doable. But yeah, all of this needs its own page. A location needs its page. Once you go in, if you need to, you can go in Pages and Menu and select at the top, Add a Page, and choose a blank page and give it a title for locations and put this content in it, not the picture of it, the actual content like you have in some other places. All right, great start. Okay, I can see some things went into this. Nice. I like your text that you're using. Okay. Hard to read this, but okay. I'm going to let that go. Client might want that, though. Let's make sure when we are using AI, we're not using the emojis. Okay. Always check when you use AI also. So I'm guessing this is your entire footer. We'll find out. Okay, let's be really consistent with our logos. I'm not sure you need it there because we have it here. We want to make sure that our background does not compete with the text. Okay, so there is a video called Typography. It's probably in your announcements by now, and let's see, under your recorded live sessions. But we have to remove that video back there. It's going to slow your site down, and that's all I can see when I come here. I can't read that because now my eye is all over these, okay? I get the appeal, but that's something we can't do. Menu, clean. It does require more clicking, but all in all, easy. Okay. Okay, clean. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, nice work. Okay. Link these up. Super good, super great. These are going there, so that's great. This could probably be a little cleaner, but it's all working well. Just a few, readability issues. And of course, remove any emojis. The other thing, yeah, you can cut this down if you like. All right, great job. Okay, nice. Let's try and center their logo. I feel like that one is upside down, but maybe it's just the way it is. I think it is. Let's see. Link those up. We want to be consistent with our icons. Use the same style. Okay. The idea is good. As far as your icons, we just want to make sure they're the same style. Go ahead and go through and edit what isn't necessary so that it's more aligned with the image, and that page will work well. Menu. Good, let's close that up, and we need higher contrast down here for readability and for screen readers and things like that. Maybe a little spacing, work on the design a little there, and make sure that our headings are all the same, okay, throughout. So that's what you would use on that location page and here. All right. Okay, great job. Nice work for first drafts, everybody. You'll take these comments and you will update for week 4. You'll have your revisions. Okay. These you can take out. You'll come up against these again. When you get to web design, you'll create for your professional site. You will have an accessibility statement, but not for this site. Okay. We do need to have the logo in the header. Left align, paragraph text. Oh boy. Definitely AI. Make it much, much, much smaller, and it was different when avatars were stylized and people were used to it, but now AI, this kind of style is the same throughout, and it's just loses the font aspect. So let's just make that really small if you're going to use it. When I say small, I mean like a quarter of that size and no bigger. All right. Let's have some distinguishing typography for your headers, so you have some hierarchy like you have here. Tacos. Let's do that for the names of the items. Okay. Give us a distinction there, but otherwise nice and easy to read. A little bit of space there. Good. Yeah, you've got it down here. We just need it in the header. Good. Okay, remove all placeholder text and anything that isn't related. Take this out. This is where you can put your social media. You have it here, which is good, and you're linked up. All right, great job. Just minor edits, okay? Yeah, no template images or stock images of Wix, okay? Good job, good job. All right, this isn't as bad as most of what I've seen in this particular case, but let's not tile logos, okay? It runs into things, it's a problem. Let's not do that. You have it up here, and that's where you need it. It is not nearly as distracting as many I've seen because you have reduced the opacity. So I appreciate that. These are pretty close in style. Link those up. I see some of you use the cupcake template, and that was smart. You can always make them unique, okay? But it's a good foundation to keep things easy. All right. Okay, we want to be careful with glassware because it's a food truck. But I know that image isn't provided. All right, let's see, a form. This is your locations, okay. We need the times, okay, the rotation for the locations, all that content will need to go there for your revision. And nice work. Okay, all right, great job, good job. All right, I have looked at, this was why it's left on content. Good job. We probably can reduce this spacing, take that out. And you can reduce this if you want, put some sort of image, close that space. The colors are working really well, the contrast is good. Again, we've got an extra step to click, but it's not taking you to a second page, it's just a drop down, so that's not so bad, right? Not too bad. Not too bad. I can still read it pretty well. I am having to scroll to get to content, but just say where we'll be. Okay. Or rotation or something, because I think you meant at. But otherwise, good. And then your contact. Nice work. Good job. And you're linked up. Nice. Mostly spacing, you know, a few edits here and there. Good job. All right, so let's see how we are at the home here. We want to make sure you're going to have to bring this content up so we can see that when we land on this page, so we can see the real deal. Tacos. We have an issue here. I want to make a note about ovals. Ovals are really difficult to work with because when they resize, things aren't centered. There's a lot of issues with them. They don't always work. But more importantly, this image probably needs to go. You can have a background that's this color if you want, but it's not legible, and this font is really hard to read. Okay, so you'll need something simpler. Also, we want to only use 2 fonts, so any header you have is going to be consistent with the same font. This font needs to be a larger size if you're going to use it, and there needs to be a solid background. We can't read it. All right. Okay. Same issues. Okay, clear. Let's see. Okay, so these are linked, which is good, to the right areas. Mostly cleaning up background and making it more legible. We do need a contact anchor here. You're going to put an anchor here, and look for a video that for troubleshooting under announcements for your probably week 3, probably go up today or tomorrow, but the point is you need to make this link. The easiest thing to do is to just go into your pages and menu and select add a new page and select the simplest basic contact page. And that will pop up here. It will be linked to its own page, and then put this content there. That is the easiest thing to do, and then remove it once you've put it on that page. All right, everybody, really great, really happy with what this class is doing this month. I hope you're having fun. Make sure to provide lots of time. This week you're working on your professional site. It does not have to be perfect, but you do want all the elements in it, and you certainly want all the template content removed. All right. You'll duplicate your site, you'll make your edits, and then you'll resubmit it week 4. All right. Great job, everybody.